Okay, guys, this is Big Ideas, Chapter 3, Section 6, Finding Slope. We're going to do slope a couple different ways. When we talk about slope, we're talking about the slant of a line, okay? How much is a line slanted? It's also your rate of change. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. I'll flip my paper over. No, I'm just going to talk about this pencil. If I look at this right here, this slope right now is at 0. If this is parallel, this is with the x-axis. Okay, this isn't a good one. Let me do it on this. Can you all see on this? Okay. Okay. This line here is, the slope is 0. If I move the line, it's getting a steeper slope, steeper slope, steeper slope. This is slant of the line. It's how much the line is slanted. This is a negative slope, 0 slope, positive slope. When the line is vertical, it's called a vertical slope, and it's undefined. You guys have done this a good bit in middle school. So we're going to talk about what it means from a graph. You're going to look at, we always use M, mountains have slopes. You're always going to look at rise over run. When we say that, we're going the Y, up-down change versus the left-right change. That's how we're going to look at graphs, and we're going to look at the number of jumps. Okay? I'll show you to start with what we mean by that. I'm going to go to this. I'm going to jump right in it. Okay. Look where the line crosses the corner of a box. Okay. When we talk about slope, we're going to talk about how much it goes up. It's always the Y on top. We're going up 2, and then I'm going right 1. So my slope, it has to be rise, the y's over the x's. Has to be. You always do the up, down, over the left, right. If you don't, the whole thing's ruined. So slope is equal to 2 over 1. You can just say 2 if you want. Okay? I'm going to look at this one. I've got here and here. You guys stop it. You try it. How much up am I going? How much to the right am I going? Starter back up. You got 1 up, 1 right. So your slope is equal to 1. Okay? This is a positive slope. It's going up and to the right. This is positive. It's going up and to the right. Our numbers are positive. Okay, I'm going to go back to the front. That's how you find it from a graph. You just count the jumps. How much do you go up? How much do you go right or left? If you go up, it's positive. If you go down, it's negative. If you go to the right, it's positive. If you go to the left, it's negative. Things that you have to remember, okay? Second thing you have to do is find it from, instead of from a graph, how do you find it from points? If you're given 2 points, you're going to use the formula second y minus first y, second x minus first x. Notice again, y's have to be on top. That's how it is defined. Let's do this one here. If I have negative 1, 1, and 1, 3, I'm always going to write them under each other to make my work easier. I'm always going to write my order, and it always goes X, Y, because it always goes in alphabetical order. You have to know that. You have to know an order pair goes X is your first value, your first coordinate, Y is your second coordinate. I'm going to write my formula so that it helps me remember it. It does something in my brain to help me. I think as I write, and then I'm going to do it. And it says, take the second Y subtract the first y. Second y minus first y. 3 minus 1. And it has to be the y's together. Okay? Then we're going to go subtract second x minus first x. Now, here's where you got to be really careful. You have to, the subtraction is part of the formula. So I'm going to always write it. And then I'm going to write whatever the value of x is. Now, if you understand numbers, you can just do it. If you need your calculator, do it. Okay? Stop. Turn it back on after you get your answer. Okay, 3 subtract 1 is 2. Subtract a negative means to cancel the negative, remove the negative. These cancel each other out. You get 2, which is 1 over 1. Okay? That is your slope. This is positive. Now let's talk about what that means. Positive slope is always going up to the right. That's what positive slope does. Negative slope is always going down when you go to the right. Okay, this is negative slope. Horizontal line. When it's horizontal, the sun comes up, right? The sun comes up on the horizon, right? This is your horizon, horizontal line. It goes H-O. I know it's not an O, but I'm going to say that for this. Horizontal line has a slope of 0. Vertical line is not a function. It's still a line. And the slope is undefined. And that is because your x change isn't moving. If this x is at 2, it's at 2 everywhere on here. 2 minus 2 is 0. The number under the denominator is 0, so this is undefined. Okay. We're going to go to these over here. I'll do a couple, that's all. Okay, I'll just do one. I'm going to write this under. So this is my x, this is my y. Second y minus first y. Second x minus first x. 10 minus negative 6. Negative 7 minus negative 5. 16. Negative 2. Okay, so it's negative 8. And you can leave it as a fraction. You can just write negative 8. You could put the negative on the bottom, the negative out front. All good. Remember this. Negative 8 over 1 is the same thing as 8 over negative 1, which is the same thing as negative 8. All of these are the same. Those are equal numbers. Okay, so, positive. Sorry. Okay. Let's go back to something else. Okay. How do I find slope from a table? What this really means is I've got the points 5, negative 2. I have a point 6, 0. And I have a point 7, 2. That's all that this means. This is my x, my y. This is my x and my y. This is my x and my y. Sorry. Now, to find slope, I'm just going to go, you can write the formula each time, or you can go negative 2 minus 0 is negative 2. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. Notice I'm going in the same order. Negative 2 minus 0. Okay, 5 minus 6. So my slope would be my y change over my x change. Okay, let's do another one, see if we did it right. Okay, 6 minus 7, 0 minus 2. It came out the same. It's going to be my y change over my x change, negative 2 over 1. So my slope is equal to 2. You can write them this way if it's easier and just do your formula. Let's just do one of them. This is my x, this is my y. Slope equals my second y minus my first y, second x minus my first x, 0 minus 2, negative 2, right? 0 minus, oh no, that's just a 2. Nope, that's a negative 2. 0 minus negative 2, and 6 minus 5. And I went the other order, but I still got 2. Oops, this was subtract over 1. Okay, 2 over 1. Now, if you're given an equation, this is a big deal. Okay? Big, 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 big. This is huge. This is your slope, intercept form of an equation of a line. This is huge. Slope is huge, and this is huge. That's huge, and all of this is huge. Super important. Okay, oops. Slope intercept. Okay, and it goes like this. Y equals mx plus b. That's what you have to know. M is slope. B is the y-intercept. Okay, that's what it is. M is your slope, B is your y-intercept. When you do this, you always have to solve for y. Your M is a coefficient, the number in front of x. Your B is the number out. It can be a fraction, it can be positive, it can be negative. Okay? So on this one, identify slope and a y-intercept. Right below this, I'm going to put y equals mx plus b. Okay? My m is my 5. My b is my negative 1. So on this, what is my y-intercept? It's a negative 1. What is my slope? My slope is 5 over 1. This is my answer right there. That's all I do. This one's a little harder because it's not in the form of y equals mx plus b. This one is not like that, so I would have to change what it looks like. And then inverse of multiply by 6 is divide by 6. Okay, now I can look at this and go, what's my M and what's my B? And I'm going to rewrite it up here, okay? This really, you guys, is 1/2. I'm going to leave it like this for now. We'll talk about it more. But this is y equals mx plus b. So my slope, m equals negative 3, 6. Divide by 3, divide by 3, negative 1/2. My y-intercept is equal to b equals 4. Okay? We're going to talk about this more. Let's stop with that now. And what you guys can do, try these. See if you could do your slope on these. Finish this page first. Okay, the second page, you can do that. And then the third page, you should be able to do most of that. You won't be able to do the last part. Okay, I have to show you a couple more things. But that's it. Good luck. Hope you do well on that.